Welcome to DD Garden TV. With this video, we start our winter vegetable production video series. In this program, we will consider only winter vegetables in general, then try to tell about the subtleties associated with growing individual vegetables. Let's give general information in the first part of the video, then try to briefly consider individual vegetables. First, let's start by correcting the biggest misconception about winter vegetables. Winter vegetables are not planted in winter. There are even vegetables that you can plant in spring according to your climatic conditions. Apart from the vegetables that you will plant the seed directly in the ground, you can plant the vegetables you will seedling in the period from May to August. The main rule here is, in order to form the eaten portions of winter vegetables, they need high temperatures in the first period of their development, so it should be known that in the summer the cultivation of seedlings is carried out. This timing varies entirely according to your climatic conditions. If you are in a place where you have a temperate climate, where winters are not too harsh, you can start winter plantings in August. If you are in a place where winter is cold, you can also bring the seedlings to the soil in August. Take garlic for example. At the first stage of development it wants warm soil, it needs cold soil to tie the head, but after the head is tied it wants warm soil so that its contents are rich. When you can adjust these situations very well, you will grow a very high quality garlic. In root crops, it needs cold soil to form a storage root. Since these are vegetables that we usually grow from seeds, we need to time the sowing of seeds in such a way, let's get a quality product. Each species' desire to grow is unique. The main thing that applies to all winter vegetables is that we have to grow them in a soil that does not have a water holding capacity very high, but is not too heavy. For summer vegetables, we want soil with high water holding capacity, but since the opposite will be the case for winter vegetables, and for growing winter or summer vegetables, we will not have much chance to intervene, since we will not be able to constantly change our garden soil. Of course, a soft soil for root vegetables is always more ideal, and if our soil structure we create in the summer is a structure at the rate we want, it is also ideal for such vegetables. As we have said that the desire of each species to grow is unique, in terms of the time it takes for the vegetable you intend to grow to reach ripening, there are early, medium early, and late varieties. This issue is very important. For example, you have a variety that has reached a late harvest, and you have done it untimely to plant. Since it will ripen late, if it bypasses the cold periods and coincides with a time when the heat begins, this time it will begin to rise to the seed and the fruit quality will deteriorate. On the other hand, when you plant an early variety untimely, you reach harvest maturity without seeing the cold weather conditions necessary to be a delicious vegetable, and you get a vegetable that is both not very useful in content and weak in terms of taste. Of course, this is a production process that results in the inability to obtain large heads in the case of onions and garlic. In onion cultivation, especially temperature and day length are the two most important factors. To tie the head, those who want a day length below 12 hours are early, those who want a day length of 12 to 14 hours are medium early, and those who want a day length of over 14 hours are late. You need to know very well that the variety of your onion, in these 3 time intervals, provides the best growing period. Therefore, it will be best if you follow someone around you who knows how to grow onions and plant according to them. Don't try to get onion advice through social media, there's a good chance you'll be wrong. As for the cultivation of leeks, you will not encounter much problems, since it is a plant that is quite tolerant to climatic conditions. However, we are preparing a video on how to grow quality leeks. You can find some information you can benefit from. As for garlic, it is the only type of vegetable that does not bind seeds. It gets confused because of the structure that you think is a seed. Let's just say that garlic does not bind seeds. For a quality garlic, plant it in November and December. If you are in a place where there is cold and dangerous frost at the soil level, in March and April. Since the weather conditions of your region are completely the factor for garlic, do not take planting advice from the one who grows it in a place with a climate that is not suitable for you. You can do it wrong. Carrots are produced by direct seed sowing method and can be planted from February to mid-April if they are to be planted for the summer, and between the end of May and the end of July if they are to be planted for the winter. During the period of sowing seeds, if there are temperatures of 15 to 20 degrees, you can get a quality root. From cabbage group vegetables, almost all species such as head cabbages, cauliflower, broccoli, Brussels sprouts, leaf cabbage varieties and kohlrabi have the same desires, except for very small details, and the only valid rule is that the periods when the harvest will come to be known and you should adapt it to your climatic conditions. Since the topic of cabbage has its details, perhaps in a few videos we will try to give some tricks. Since lettuce and curly species have a short growing period, you can grow them almost any time of the year. The main thing is that you need to know whether the variety is summer or winter. Otherwise, if you try to grow a winter species in a warm environment, it will quickly get up to the seed and become cardy. If you try to grow summer varieties also in winter, you will not get quality products. To grow icebergs, it is not possible in all climates to create its own unique ball form. Spinach also has summer varieties, although it is a vegetable of a cool climate. You can grow spinach at 3 different times when you can plant it in the spring and harvest it in the spring, plant it in the fall and harvest it in the fall, and sow it in the fall and harvest it in the spring. Places with mild winters are the most ideal places for spinach production. If your winter is harsh, the production period in which you will harvest in the fall seems to be the most ideal. Our advice is to try to watch the detailed videos that we will publish about winter vegetables. We bet you can find information that you won't find anywhere. See you in another videos. We wish everyone beautiful gardens.